Hello and welcome to the Pillars of Eternity Definitive Edition. Today it's part 17 and we are slowly but steadily finishing the quests in Defiance Bay. We already unlocked quests for the expansion packs, but I want to finish the Defiance Bay before going out there. So, in the last episode, the last quest were in Sanitarium, a little bit in Copper Lane, and in Catacombs. So, now we arrived at Ondra's gift, and we will slowly go through the sub-quests and main quests which are located there. So, let's start right away. Enjoy! So we are in a salty must and Odra's gift, and it's not very good mannered kind of pub. So this is my party, and as I see, I just got into benevolent 3, level 3. So we are playing the good guys and slowly approaching level 7. Currently we have one quest which needs to find a small boy which is lost, but I think I'll first check this
Certainly.
pup. How much for the pleasure of your company, Tella? I beg your pardon? Forgive me, I seem to have made a mistake. You certainly have, and you can make up for it with a glass of claret. I'll make that too.
Welcome.
Oriko catches your eye. A golden hoop dangles from one ear, and his fine fitted clothes whisper as he glides over to you. You have me at a loss. How could I afford time with such magnificent creature? Enough flattery. I know how this works. Then I shall save my breath for more pleasurable endeavors. He runs a finger along a perfectly symmetrical goatee. What can Oriko do for you? You tell me. Something must be experienced to believe it. Okay, not this time. The Orlan man seems to walk with a slight limp. He doesn't say anything, but he stops and regards you with interest. What's wrong with your leg? He just laughs and shakes his head. Okay, I'm not interested.
I shall be discreet.
Talk to Mea if you got questions about the attractions. I do not see what a lovely woman like you is doing in place like this. Why, the same thing as you. But surely there is no need, a Velika girl like you. You could have any man you wanted. Who said I was here for a man? I see. So how exactly does this work? By the flame, your mother never gave you the talk? You know what I mean. How do I, get started? Find the fellow you like and jiggle that purse of yours. Should do the trick. But which one? Blazes, girl. If you can't make up your mind, give me some of your coppers and I'll have some fun for you. Okay, well, let's talk to the matron. Lines another round. Fast. Half-finished tankards of ale and bottles of wine leave wet rings on the bar. Scattered plates hold fish bones and grease.
Hello.
The Amoa woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tense at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble. Trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? A frown ripples across her blue facial markings, the kind that's bad for business. Local roadies have taken to harassing my hardworking boys and girls, and our customers. They started showing up after this rush of Lowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the gift, but word is you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Evar to bother with us commoners, and I just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. I could investigate, as there's some coin in it. You restore my business, and there will be plenty of that. Alright. Mea drives you closer. These stacks stand to roam in groups, which suggests to me that these aren't random incidents. She places one large finger on your chest. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. She winks. Got me? Eloth wipes his hand on his robes, looking around. I would request that thanks in copper if I were you. Uh, I got questions. Shoot. What do you know more? What do you know about these attacks? She waves a hand at the door. You only had to have to step outside to see it for yourself. Those thugs out there are just waiting to cause trouble for anyone coming or going. She size you up. Maybe they would have let you pass, however. Tell me more about your business. She rubs the back of her neck. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all this trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. She nods at you and lowers her voice. You help me out, and I'll see about getting you a special discount. Can I ask you about something else? And knowing green warps her blue markings, no. Just what can I do for a strapping let like yourself? Any of your regulars interested in earning coins? Hey, if only so they can spend it again. Oh, that's adventurers. 20 pie coopers. And what do you have for sale? Just food and ale. Yeah, not much. Street thugs are harassing prostitutes and clients at the Salty Must. Mia, the proprietress, would like to put an end to it, but the agitators may have their own grievances. Mia, the owner of the Salty Must, wants me to stop the thugs that harass her clients and courtesans. She suspects that someone is organizing them.
Hail and well met.
Tell me about this place. I thought that was clear as the crystal waters below the dock, she laughed. This here is the Saltimust, the most famous house of pleasure in Defiance Bay. We've got drinks, beds, and good company to help you enjoy both. Of course, the club for defiant and prestigious gentlemen is upstairs. You'll find several of the hardest working boys and girls in Defiance Bay up there too. And knowing ring verbs help the Americans. Now, just what can I do for a strapping like yourself? Is there someone here named Sorrel? She laughs. You must be new in town, dearie. She's only the most sought after girl in this district. You want to spend time with her? Just ask. She's 1,000 for the night, but she's worth every pence, or so they'll tell me. Fancy a go with her? She nudges you in the ribs. Best money you can spend in the gift. Maybe another time. She winks. That's what everyone says at first. Goodbye. Maya told me that Sarah would cost me 1,000 pence for the night. Let's talk to Wade. Wade's eyes are red, rimmed, and unfocused. He stares into a filthy mug as if searching for something. He shivers and takes another drink. Perhaps you've had enough to drink. His eyes are filled with shame and self-loathing. What do you want from me? I heard about Darren. Are you okay? Wade turns the mug in his hands. No, not at all. I was taking the boy fishing and I just wanted to stop on the way for a drink. A quick one. So I told him to wait for me outside. I only meant to stay a few minutes, but by the time I came out, he was gone. And you sit here still? She snorts. He stares at his mug again and takes a quick drink. I don't know what I'm going to tell Oda. That's no excuse to sit here. Get your ass out there and look for him. You think I haven't tried? We lived in Ondra's gift all my life. When someone's been missing this long? Wayne turns back to his drink and takes a long gulp. I found Derry's father. He left the boy for a quick drink and lost track of him. He is too ashamed now to return home. Okay, looks like when I find him I will need to talk to him as well. Can the man drink in peace? Never mind. Let's talk to Linus.
I'll take a look.
Later. First go around. Jeffa.
Well met, friend.
Not from around here, are we? The young woman's voice rolls with the saucy cadence of Ondra's gift. You need a local girl to show you the highlights. Lucky for you, I'm one of them. You're a local girl or a highlight? She laughs. Both gorgeous. What else can you do with that clever tongue of yours? And what local attractions would you recommend? Jeffa winks. I'd rather show that than tell. Maybe another time. Can't kick me out of that. Which I missed. Can't kick me out like that. Been around longer than any of them.
Welcome.
His robes are torn and stained with vomit. He turns his eyeless face toward you, wiping his mouth. Come for a story? His speech is slurred and his voice wrecked. I told all the best stories. He slaps his chest. It's my club, anyways. What club? The club for refined and prestigious gentlemen. He prods your shoulder. Wait, if you don't know about the club, you must be. He heaves, catching at his chest. After several precarious seconds, he recovers. Where was I? Oh, you must be here about the ring. The ring. He shows it into your hand. Have to have that to get into the lounge, he hiccups. They don't let just anyone in. You know, he wipes a hand on his shredded robe. It's the most exclusive club in Defiance Bay. He slaps you on the back. And whatever you do, don't tell them you're new. Or he turns away, overcome by a fit of dry having. Okay, let's. Club of Refined Prestigious Gentlemen. CRPG. Okay, that's a nice acronym.
I shall be discreet.
This is a rather graphic declaration of affection for someone named Sorel. Pay on time and play nice, and you won't get any trouble. Such beautiful women. I have my eye on that icy one in that corner. This woman here, I'm afraid she only has eyes for the elf by the bar, Bon amico. Postinago, not her, the Velica gone fallen up the stairs. I have no taste for frigid women, I'm afraid. That is because you have no taste. Been working overtime ever since this riot started. Smells of fried fish and oysters hang over the stove. The counter is splattered with grease. The patrons and the courtesans work up a fierce appetite, if you know what I mean. Keeps me busy. Just keep your dagger sheath. We report to the warehouse in the morning. Let us find more pleasurable company for now. An excellent fine plan. I find myself drawn to this pacing beauty here. Oh, the one that just walked by the arena? She reminds me of your sister. She... what? Perhaps this is not the best time for the story. Lines, another round on me.
Hail and well met.
She leans on the bar, her black painted nails stepping the wood. What it will be? Any of your regulars looking for work? They've got to earn their ale somehow. Take a look. Okay, the same. Also the same food like the lady.
Good day to you.
What can you tell me about this place? She arches an eyebrow. Every foreign sailor and visiting villager knows about the Salty Mast. It's not the most famous brothel in Defiance Bay. It's the most famous brothel in Defiance Bay. She points to an Amoa woman. You want to know more? Just ask Mea. Goodbye.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Rolled bills and receipts show how Rolled bills and receipts show amounts paid to Mea staff as well as her expenses for ale, fish, and new linens. Let's go upstairs. Lyrinia. Astoundingly, there's no spare change between discussions.
Greetings.
The dwarven maid raises the hem of her skirt to show you a well-muscled leg. You've never experienced anything like this before. Trust me. What do you mean? Let's just say I don't tire easily. She slaps a smooth, firm thigh. Not right now.
Silence surrounds me.
Oh, here is Equally. In the last episode outside there was a noble which got mugged and was speaking about Equally.
Good day to you.
The pale elf's gold eyes are the color of a winter sunset. She touches your cheek with a cool hand. You look like you journeyed far. Let me show your comfort and rest. Tell me about yourself. I came to Defiance Bay from the frozen lands at the southern end of the world. Few of my people venture this far north, but none know how to warm a cold night like we do. Her skin seems to glow in the darkened bar. No thanks.
I'll take a look.
A game of Dunry the Draw seems to have ended abruptly with scattered carps and blackstone pipes.
Well met, friend.
The elf's long hair frames high cheekbones and a long, slender nose. It's not every day that the club gets such a breath of fresh air. Who are you? I'm a native of the Deerwood and an expert in the subtle art. If it's practical, if it's practice, skilled, and fine as you think, look no further. He wraps its temperate fingers around a wine goblet. I'll be going.
Laying low.
Nice ring. You may enter. Okay, let's put this back. We do good business with the Salty Mast. Let's check it later.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Up close, these look more comfortable than one might expect. If you want to meet Cyril, talk to Mea. The guards in the brothel told me to talk to Mea if I want to see Cyril. Okay, it looks like I will need to pay up the 1000 copper. I'm keeping an eye on you. Let's check the prestigious club. Oh, Jason. This one is another NPC named after one of the guys at the Obsidian forums. He was very active on the forums before or during the development of the game. The plaque beneath the display case reads, "The legendary Guild Blade of Lorne, capable of smiting any foe dead with a single blow, broken in the Battle of Tower Watch."
Keeping an eye out.
The names scrolled in the guest book span pages of the thick tome. And looks like this one is a lot of the backers as well. Let's take it. And talk with the guys. The man looks down his nose at you. "So, you remember, I see. Are you here for the exclusive club equipment? Tell me about this place." He folds his arms. "Broadly speaking, you're in the club for refined and prestigious gentlemen. On the upper floor of the Salty Mast," he tilts his head. "More specifically, you're in the members only lounge, which means you've been part of the club for at least a year." He eyes you suspiciously. "Our rules are strict, but they keep the riffraff out. Mostly. Show me your stock." "I've been collecting the finest equipment for over a decade. I guarantee you won't find a superior collection." We have 12,000, but some of these are really expensive. Six damage reduction bypass. I might be thinking about this for Omawa Chanter, which is in my party. Intellect and resolve. Constitution. Don't pack a Scott piece of vigor. Interesting. Defense against spells, max endurance, and this one is resolve. Let's think about the Arquebus and Kana. Oh, so let's compare it. Ah. Okay, it's not much of an upgrade. Well, let me think about it for a while. Also, not very big upgrade. Okay. Let me think about that, and let's talk to Jason. Your first time at the club for refined and prestigious gentlemen, sir? Let's talk with him with the ring.
Oh?
Our members appreciate mature and cultured discourse. Good to know.
Certainly.
Okay, let's talk to the matron here and pay 1,000 gold for the girl.
How do you do?
Is there someone here named Sorel? Fancy go with her? Yeah, I'd like a night with Sorel. You'll find her quarters upstairs. She lays a large hand on your shoulder. Don't mind the burly fellows at their door. They're just there to make sure everyone has a good time. Okay, let's talk to her. You'd better not try anything. You can go in, but mind your manners.
Silence surrounds me.
Greetings.
Powder almost hides the circles under her eyes, and rouge dusts her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Cyril is beautiful. She favors you with a smile. She must have practice and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me make you more comfortable. There's something I need to discuss with you. She runs a smooth finger along your neck and under your chin. Just tell me what you like. It's extra if you want to bring someone else in, though. Your friend Tristan sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I. Cyril raises her chin. I offered him his half of the money and he refused it. She crossed her arms and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? I really am sorry for him, but bet you, you I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Erglanfath. I worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving up just because Tristan suddenly got nostalgic. Hmm. I'll buy it from you. She laughed. It's worth 6,000 pence. If you got that kind of coin, I'll gladly help you spend it. Enguithan relics are worth a lot less second hand. You won't get more than 4,000 for this. Lines crease her brow. I suppose you're right. If you can afford it, it's yours. Here you are. She girdles the back of coppers. I could be in a cottage in Brackenbury tomorrow. She looks hopefully at the medallion in your hand. I'm not going to tell you your business, but if you do mean to give that to Tristan, it would mean a lot to me too. I hope he finds everything he looking for back home. She pulls a moonstone ring off her finger. Please, take this. It's always given me an edge with people around here, but I'm done with that part of my life. Farewell. I have the medallion. Tristan is waiting for me at the inn. Cyril believes that she has more of a right to the medallion than Tristan. Resolve +2. We have only 11. Let's give it to Sagani for a while. I don't know. It could be much better for myself, but it's just one resolve. Yeah, hopefully I can find something with +2 intellect to him and exchange the amulet with someone else.
Good day, stranger.
Not yet. Okay, let's search for a boy. But first, what have we here? Another tourist in the gift? He nods to the shifty-eyed companions. Let's give him a proper welcome. Let's talk this through. He draws a sharpened blade and smiles. I'm afraid you're missing the point, friend. I was attacked by the thugs who are harassing the brothel patrons. If Ma's theory is correct, one of them may have evidence of a larger plot. Let's see that.
Yes?
And stun him right away. A lot. Let's go here and here. Rusty bronze key. This old case looks like it's been rusted from years of exposures to the salty air. One of the thugs dropped a key that looks like it belongs to a house in Ondra's gift. So let's search for the house right away. We have cleared this complete area. So let's search it upstairs. An unfortunate mishap. A young lad has lost several fingers while toying with a sharpened blade. Let this be cautionary tale to those with little ones at home. Perhaps a wooden sword is a wiser gift. Does this mean the small guys we helped to get the dagger has damaged himself? The hearing on animacy proceeds at the Ducal Palace. Little progress is reported. We trust in our good duck. We trust on our good Duke will come to measured wise conclusion.
Silence surrounds me.
Visit the Salty Mast, you won't be disappointed. The grimy windows have been papered over from the inside. Mm. An addict lair. What are you doing in here? This is our place. A dozen tiny somethings squirm within the pot of rice. Interesting.
Now here's something.
I could really use a pinch. The man wears a worried expression, trembling from head to toe, continually licking his gums. What does this do? Interesting.
I'll grant you that animancy has had its failures, Bowel Reach among them. But does that warrant attacks on innocent practitioners? Superstitious kith have spilled their share of blood.
That's no comparison. Animancers have the advantage of education, and with that comes authority and responsibility.
I have to say, it's wonderful to have someone to debate with. You'd think they'd be more welcoming of it at the Law College.
Or we could enjoy a glass of wine and a comfortable silence.
We weren't even at the door when he heard the wailing, turned and ran without looking back. Ha, I heard about that. Did you tell Naya you quit? No. With its crooked and missing shingles, the roof resembles a prize fighter's gap-toothed smile. Okay, let's check this door, this house. The knob on the underside suggests that the table was fashioned from the derelict door. The slightest pressure causes it to wobble atop the barrels. Let's tell to Kolfek. A youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into somebody's home like this. What do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now get out. What now? He looks at you nervously. Okay, leave.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is... I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
to Edwina. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at the attention, armed, but not in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise. Just my notes. You hear a painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only one with the power in the city? They call us the Dozens for a reason. No, I won't ask you again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. Let her go and I pretend I never saw this. It's too late for that. Okay.
Beyond sea.
A lot.
Lava. Beyond sea.
That's it!
Wayana's face is covered in bruises, and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid hitching breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they were going to kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing as her knuckle grazes a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my friend from the Republics. It looks like I walk into a trap. She shakes her head. The dozens must have been watching me for a while. It would been working. I would have been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly supple about contacting me. Tell me about yourself. I studied animency in Ozaya. Back in the Valen Republics, I came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to Brackenbury Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Vale. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animenses never see. She shrugs. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let head librarian or my colleagues know what I'm working on. About this project. It deals with a rather deals with a rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cliver's permission. He commissioned it after all. She lost nervously, and you can see the trouble and a little indiscretion has gotten me into. Let's get out of here. She knows on a split lip. Commander Clare of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him? I'd keep it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She nods at Dodwina's corpse. She took it from me when I arrived. She takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make my own way out of here. Hmm. Which quest is... Built to last. Guyana was tricked by members of the Dozen. Now they're interrogating her about her research for the Crucible Knights. The ringleader must have confiscated her notes. I retrieved Viana's notes. Dunstan is waiting for them back in Crucible Keep in First Fires. Let's check them in the stash. These pages contain Viana's research on Anglican techniques for imbuing matter with essence. She appears to have developed a method based on her studies of animates. On the first page is a note to someone named Dunstan. Necklace of Might. This medallion is engraved. Oh, it's the quest for. Okay, I will be losing that very soon. And Erivbrek. Arrowbreaker. 12. The rope coiled around the chair feels painfully scratchy. I'll be alright, thank you again.
Certainly.
The water in the pail is murky with blood.
Keeping an eye out. Laying low.
Keep your guard up and your weapon ready while you're in the gift. Water is still high. So this is something. Let's go here.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
With its crooked and missing shingles, the roof resembles a prize fighter's kept-tooth smile. Okay, let's talk to Bragan. Show off, you've got nothing to talk about. A dozen tiny something squirms within the pot of rice. The bed is as stiff as plank. The warm, grimy blankets feel as if they'd like to come apart in the wash. Only 42 damage. 44. It will take a while to get soulbound.
And what does the flame reveal?
I couldn't get in. They say I wasn't refined for prestigious enough for their club. Elitist bastards. At least this town's got variety and culture. The rest of the Deerwood's not so lucky. The sailor sniffs the salty air and turns her head to the side in disdain. Why isn't the duck doing more to help us? So this is the locked, abandoned house we are searching for. I've located the ringleader of the thugs. I may be able to put an end to the harassment around the brothel. Let's see about this.
Hey,
How do you do?
Ephra wears a defiant expression and a sturdy yet battered suit of armor. She seems to bear each scratch and ding with pride. You don't look like one of the knights. Can I help you with something? Who are you? I'm Ephra, a lieutenant with the Dozens. She taps her dented breastplate. We're the last fighting force in Defiance Bay that remembers what it means to be Dirwooden. And unfortunately, I'm the only one who seems to care about the way Mea's squeezing the locals. I'm here about the trouble at the Salty Mast. Ordinary Kith are angry, as they should be with that crooked Moa toadying up to the nobles, she sneers. She's using the tragedy of Waidwen's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Adiran overlords we drove out 200 years ago. No, you're a logical sort. Mea's made it so only the rich can afford her establishment. Yet she sits in the poorest district of Defiance Bay. What do you think's gonna happen? We've taken matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? Meh might be making a fortune, but her employees aren't. You're hurting them even more. I I hadn't thought of it that way, Herdult Poldranssex. Then I guess there's no point to this, is there? She looks at the thugs standing around her and finally nods. Tell Mea we'll leave her people alone. Mea will be relieved to hear that I've dealt with Ephra, the person who had orchestrated the attacks.
Oh? Certainly.
We have an understanding about the brothel, right? Is there something else? Never mind.
I'll see what I can find.
Someone stashed a few sooty playing cards under the bed.
Now here's something.
A pearl. So let's go to the salty must
Bring
first.
back the feisty one. There's a woman can do some damage squeezing her legs together.
It isn't a parlor trick. Besides, she doesn't take orders well.
She has backbone, that woman.
Keeping an eye
Does
out.
it scare you?
No, but I won't be responsible for what happens if you call her whore.
God's damn that son of a girl.
The angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out toward the harbor with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually, seeing your presence, she turns her feathered head toward you.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
She clenches her jaw and continues quietly.
As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
Enough silver and gold, you'd be surprised how well you can clean up just about anything.
True enough. Verzano's just lucky no one's trying to pay him in steel these days. Sooner or later, his luck will run out.
To whispers and shadows.
Valiant Trading Company. Master Verzano gives the orders around here.
Greetings.
Come, take a look on my wares. Exotic goods shipped straight from the Republics and Olvalia. Show me whatever have you for sale. Interesting gloves. That's one interesting. Let's see, we have already the beagle. No. So we will buy him as well. Yes.
Good day to you. Yes?
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Some payday this turned into.
Good day to you.
An old man paces the dock and looks out over the water. He's fussing over something large and round, which he constantly shifts from one hand to other. You're not certain whether his wide-eyed, gape-mouthed expression marks surprise or fear. It seems he isn't either. You don't look like a guard. He examines you and your equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? He shows you the object in his hand. It's a large round opal with Angvitan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See, the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Imatsu doesn't sound like a Dirwooden name. That's because it isn't. I'm from the Ixamital Plains, broad savanna north of the Dirwood. Not so different from the ocean in a way. There are places where you can stand and turn a fur circle and see nothing but the winds making waves in the grass. He watches the surf lapping against the wrecked boat, but at moments like this, I wonder what business plainsmen like me had taken to the water. Metal gazes out over the water. Anything else you need? Tell me about Ondra's gift. He scratches his sunburned scalp. We've got docks, fishing, and steady ship traffic. All this. He waves at the little shanties crowded against one another. This sprang up around the docks. It's the poorest district in the Defiance Bay, but one of the liveliest. He grins. For lively, nothing beats the salty mast. You'd do better to ask a younger man than me if you want to know about that place. He nods toward the large, round building to the east. How's business? He spits into the water. I'll be glad to sail with captains who are more careful about their cargo from now on. I don't give a worm's wings about the Duke's trafficking laws, but I'm too old to fight the ancient horrors. He takes a deep breath of desolate air. I just want to enjoy my twilight years doing an honest day's work. Have you seen a boy named Darin around here? I've seen him near every time I'm at the port. He nods at the half-sunken boat. He's the one who found the opal. Good kid, despite that loafer of a father. Loafer? A skull crosses his leather face, drunk more often than sober, and poor company either way. He spends his cant coin at the salty mast when he's got mouth to feed, and yet he thinks his hollow-born daughter is the curse on this family. Any idea where Daring could be now? He frowns. That boy loves the ships. He's probably playing pirates with the sailors, if he hasn't stowed away with the cargo. Thank you for the information. You see that you tell him old Emetal remembers the deal. I owe him a basket of missiles for finding the opal. Tell me more about this missing cargo. He licks his lips. We started in cold morn and were making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went, business as usual. What exactly happened? He messages the opal in a clammy palm. When we reached Aina's Rest, we may have agreed to take on a few crates from some place called Kliaban Rilak. A couple of the lads snuck a peek at the cargo, saw suits of armor and the broken scepter. He shrugs. Don't know why anyone would want a broken anything, but these animancer will buy dirty stockings if you say they came from the ruins. He closes his hands around the opal in a white knuckle grip. We were almost to the Defiance Bay when the screaming started. I've seen my share of barroom brawls, but this sounded different. I was topside with the captain, but he and the first mate went below decks to see what all the commotion was about. When they didn't come back, I looked into the hold. He shudders. I saw one of those suits of armor walking around all by itself. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, it started running for the hatch, so I closed it. He squeezed his eyes shut. You had to keep those monsters from getting out. Imatal shakes his head, his eyes still closed. That's what I keep telling myself. He rolls the stone between his hands. I'm just a degant, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best I could, but I hit rocks as we were passing Blackenbury. I barely made it to Ondra's gift before I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. I'd given up on the cargo, not to mention the payday, when one of the lads pulled this up in his nets. He shows you the opal again. It's part of that scepter. From what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I'd bet you anything they're somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there would be profit to follow. There must be a reason you haven't gone looking for the rest of the artifact yourself. I'm lucky to have escaped the ship like I did. I'm not taking a chance with those things. Have you talked to the Crucible Knights about this? And admit that I was struggling relics? He shakes his head. I doubt they'd arrest me, but I also doubt I'd see any kind from this mess. What happens if I find the rest? You find a missing piece of the artifact, and I've got an animancer friend from my expedition days who will find you a stack of coppers. He scratches his beard. All I want out of this is a few £100 for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you this stone and the name of my contact once you have everything else. Metal regards the opal again. Seeing as the kid dredged this stone up in his net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during low tide. About that Anguithan relic. Yes? Do you have any idea what your Animancer friend wants with this relic? She was always tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was the fool, retiring to some dusty study in the Brackenbury. But after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. Farewell. Imachel told me that Darren likes to play around the ships at the docks. I met Imatel and all the can in Ondra's gifts. He was part of a riverboat crew carrying several crates of cargo, including a few boxes on an with an artifact. Several suits of armor called Kliab and Rilak attacked the crew, causing the ship to run aground. Now Imatel's looking for someone to retrieve 3 missing pieces of a broken Anguitan scepter. We know an Animancer who would be willing to buy the artifact if all of the parts are found. Imatel told me that the other pieces of the artifact will probably have washed into the shallows around the docks. I might be able to figure out what this item is and get a better price for it, if I find all the missing pieces. Also, as you have noticed, we made another achievement from getting 3 reputations, up to 3. So we will have a little bit more stuff available in the discussion or conversation with NPCs. The ropes dangling from the crane stay in the ocean breeze.
I'll see what I can find.
We'll go there a little bit later. Let's check this one first.
Certainly.
Surrounded by scattered planks, it isn't clear whether this skiff has been half-built and abandoned or cannibalized for the lumber. The tailor sniffs the salty air and runs the head to the side in disdain. Let's talk to Maya.
Gods keep you.
Always good to have a few more warm bodies in here. Any progress with those ducks? I talked with the ringleader. She's agreed to leave you alone. Mass bro rich rice. Well, that's a welcome surprise and one worth celebrating. Take some coppers and enjoy yourself. Her smile widens, and if you choose to have your fun here, enjoy my special discount. Sagani raises one eyebrow. Someone's giving you the talk, right? Because Calus, the one who handles it with our children. But if no one's ever explained it to you, and knowing ringworms are blue markings, no, just what can I do for a strapping like yourself? Goodbye. I persuaded Efreth to end the harassment. Mea was surprised but pleased, and she gave me a deep discount at the brothel. And we got level up. So let's quick save and solve this before continuing forward. This one is interesting for defense, and I will take it. And one more. I'll use these two. Now to Eloth, but let's check his grimoire first. We have Crackling Bolt. Oh, I think I will learn this as well. We have enough gold. Yes. Let's level up him now. Interesting. So I think I take confusion and one. These two. I will take this one. Next level, probably. Yeah, there's time. Oh, might be interesting. And this one is also very good, so I probably use this one. And this one as well. Oh, I don't know what to take. I think I take this one. And next time this one. Faster attacks for a tank might be a good idea. Durance. Kana. And another chant. This one is maybe interesting. This one or this one? I think this one. And so let's set up his chants.
Yes?
Okay, let's use this one for now. And let's level up Sagani as well. Let's have Sagani here. Stalker's Link bonus. She already has this. Okay, so let's maybe check more of her stuff. No. This one might be interesting. So, this or this? I think the Hill Companion is much better choice because he died a lot.
Yes?
Okay, that's it for the level up, so we now have few options to do, but I think this is ranger only. Oh, gotcha. Him. This is only for rangers, and I think let's see what her. I will leave this to her. But I will need to exchange her for Palagina. Not need, but I would like to. I would like to exchange her.
Certainly.
Come now, it'll be fun.
No.
Even just a single...
I'm not calling Isilmir out just so you can learn he'll speak. I'll write down a few words.
Okay, let's go in front of the Violent Embassy, Violent Trading Company. And let's hope I haven't scared Palagina away with my answer last time. So we can talk to her inside and recruit her for some quest as well. I think this will be it for today, and I thank you for joining in, and if you like it, please feel free to follow me on my Twitch or Mixer, or to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and have a nice rest of your day.